perhaps just missing something. Very rare though, Matt, that you see him ever in Q1.
Maverick Vinales, well, this is new territory for him. His first qualifying session on board the factory Aprilia RSGP motors underneath him as Maverick Vinales. Of course, there's no concerns about the engine allocation or engine usage for in Silverstone, so fresh mileage on a couple of Maverick Vinales' bikes.
You could say it's a surprise to see these two.
Yeah, at one stage, when we saw this last year, we thought Alex Marquez was going to get ahead of Alex Rins and score a famous victory to continue. Was what put paid to Alex Marquez's hopes of getting out of this opening session. And Alex Rins just wants to be, but actually inside the top 10 as well, so imperative that Rins somehow finds his way out of this opening qualifying.
Chances of advancing through, but nothing is clear-cut in MotoGP. Both men on your screen, the two Alexes, Binder, likewise Lecuona and Petrucci.
Yeah, just from the camera shots, Alex Rins a shaker there, and he's made a horrible mistake.
A costly lap, isn't it, really, to just get rid of? And these guys, likewise, Oliveira here probably was informed. You've got up.
Yeah, that was Moto 3-esque, wasn't it, there? Well, you're right, Steve, I was just about to say about the KTMs, every time you see them on cameras, it's on the edge of the tyre for a long time. KTM not really working at full pelt at the moment. He's looked really strong all weekend. Turn 7, Maverick Vinales made a mistake up at 7 in FP4, and he's done the same again this time with him.
Here's Crutchlow on the Monster Energy Yamaha, riding solo out on circuit.
He's consistent, if nothing else, 17th in all 3 appearances so far this year, Cal Crutchlow. Of course, it's Yamaha, and to be feeding back some crucial information to Yamaha's engineers based in Milan and in Iwata. So Cal, of course, would like a top result, a strong result, but it's not all about the finishing position, it's the information.
The great thing about being a test rider and being retired is that, yes, it's nice to be fast, yes, I'm still competitive, but I honestly don't care where I finish.
That's how you learn crucial things about the performance of MotoGP bikes. You want your test rider to be on.
Everyone means business. Rins, no mistake through turn 1 on this occasion. He's got Alex Marquez and Johan Zarco for
clipstream out of turn number 15, but there might be a little bit of clear air here for Johan Zarco to benefit from. Drops the rear along, over the line, that trio come. And as we suspected, it's Johan Zarco that fires in the quickest lap. The first 140, the big screen to check his progress. Now, he's 7/10 of a second clear of Alex Marquez.
7-7 for the South African. Cal Crutchlow is not far away either. He's now coming up towards turn 16. He's tracked the progress of Yamaha's test rider, though, Cal Crutchlow, as he comes across the line. And he goes forward.
We're on board with him now, attacking down the hill into turn 12, trying to find time to get himself back inside that top 2.
Down through sector 2, nice and tidy through 14 and 56, but let's see if he can hold it together around the final corner. Q2, one of the standout riders in this session, is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, he's it's going to be incredibly hard work coming from 13th place on the grid, although he did win from 10th here last year, Alex Rins. Kind of work to do week in, week out. Jake Dixon comes back into the pits. He's found a 1:48.669. Go then, trudges back to the back of the Pramac Ducati garage. And at the moment, the Frenchman in P1, courtesy of that 140, a pretty healthy buffer back to Alex Rins of 0.178.
As we mentioned earlier, things haven't gone so well for KTM. The further up the grid he starts, the less work he's got to do on Sunday, and we already know Binder's best time. Ika Lecuona clearly had some troubles in his first stints.
And that is exactly how it's panned out so far. Vinales down in 10th place. Brad Binder's crew getting his RC.
You can see that updated 2021 chassis. It's been an up and down year for Red Bull KTM. A couple of fantastic victories. And there you see confirmation then that Cal Crutchlow will get a rest. Will be completely fit.
Just shows the seriousness of that left knee injury, though, doesn't it, for Frankie Morbidelli? I mean, he's been out of action since the end of June. Through the visor there. Cal Crutchlow's not a million miles away from Q2 here. That would be a massive bonus result for him. Code name spelled out.
Yeah.
We've seen them at a few races, so good to see them back on tour.
Yeah, you're going to have a few sort of the Hat Man at Saxonry.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
I mean, the time and effort that he puts into designing those hats
and the returns to some sort of normality. I'm looking forward to seeing the Japanese marshals at Motegi as well.
Yep, always a spectacular sight. First qualifying session on board Aprilia's RSGP. 48.256 is the best we've seen from the Spanish.
Turns 1 and 2 for Vinales. Climbing uphill here. through 3 and 4. Lovely. Fine from Maverick Vinales. He flashes through sector 1. It's a good first sector. 200ths down in
that motorcycle. Here's Alex Marquez and Petrucci winding up for their final attacks in this session. Best Fridays of the season so far. He was able to break a little bit later on that KTM, which he was nowhere.
This is a really good lap from Maverick Vinales. We've seen no mistakes so far from him. Putting in
lap, there was always a mistake in at least one sector of every lap. From what we've seen on this lap so far, it's been on just what his 4th day on board that factory Aprilia. Now, is this going to be good enough for the top 3, or even better?
Appreciation from his team, and rightly so. Now then, Alex Marquez and Petrucci are on course here for improved laps. He looks as nervous as ever, praying that Alex Marquez can fish his way through to Q2.
That looks like his
turn 17, a bit of rear end movement there for the LCR rider. Petrucci looks like he might profit here. Across the line, looks like he's about to go P1.
Yeah, Petrucci sets the exact same lap time as Binder, but his next best lap, Kalekawaina, also pushes Petrucci back down to 4th. Zarco then clings on to top spot lap on the factory Aprilia. And what about Alex Rins? Has he got anything going? The Suzuki man, double podium man here, lad.
And he does improve, a 47.293.
Maverick Vinales then, 6th place, good result there through turn 16 and 17. Vinales over the line, picks up another place, 5th, a 47 his experience at this stage.
Marquez and Petrucci, can they find anything here? The checkered flag is out. Binder knows
he's in 7th, and Miguel Oliveira, what's happened to the Portuguese man? 2nd last at the moment.
Cal Crutchlow here is on the cusp. 300 him, he's 3rd, but what about Crutchlow from 9th? Where does he put himself? Across the line now, he goes up into
7th place. What about Alex Rins? Is a late drama.
Disaster.
That is an absolute shocker for Alex Rins. It's home Grand Prix tomorrow from 20th place.
Wow. I mean, Manu there, his crew chief, face off. Not a huge surprise that Brad Binder 2nd, Lecuona, Marquez and Crutchlow giving it a good effort.
Not the time for our Suzuki man. That is a disaster, no other word for it. Valentino Rossi is going to start in 21st. Farewell to Aragon for Valentino. No problem though for Zarco. He goes through with Brad Binder, and it is Johan Zarco. He's got a lot of French support in the grandstands. He didn't let them down in that opening qualifying. He was 3rd. Alex Marquez, a podium finish here last year, will start 14th, ahead of Crutchlow, Petrucci, Luca Marini. 1st and 2nd here 11 months ago. 20th on the grid for the Suzuki man.